Hey folks, I am just getting stuff set up. Let's make sure I'm actually live here. Yeah, looks like I am. All right, hello to the world. How are y'all doing? It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, it's a weird thing about this this streaming software is it doesn't really tell you that you're online. It just says there's like a stop streaming, but there's no like confirmation. It's me pouring a beer because it is that time of week. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. I gotta find a place to put it. Trying out different angles for this this streaming stuff here, so bear with me as I get orientated here. All right, hey Dapper, hey Brandon, Cameron, Matthew, hello, hello. No head on this beer at all. Kind of weird, but delicious. Delicious. Hey Denise. Yeah. So I'm facing the computer thing away from the window this time, so that maybe Bijou Owl won't yell at me about about like the camera changing stuff. We'll see how it goes. Pour you one, Joe. I've got a couple extras, so come on out, bro. Although you are closer to this brewery than I am. This is from Mystery Brewing Company. This is called Umbra. It is a black Mexican lager made with black limes. Has this cool, what do you call that thing? Eclipse on there. I actually have an eclipse picture that's kind of like this, taken through the clouds, because that's how it looked here in North Carolina. This is a brewery in Hillsborough, North Carolina. It is my favorite brewery. They are real cool. It has instructions on how to enjoy canned beer. One is open the can. Two is pour the beer into a glass. And three is pour that beer in your mouth. So, yeah, good stuff. Anyway, throw that over here. Yeah, fry yay indeed, Sandra. Oliver, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, different camera angle. Showing off my bookcase back here. I've got, let me get this out of the way. There's a bear saying hello. There's some Star Wars Legos. There's an air plant here. You know, there's some Lego Eiffel Tower up there. You know, stuff like that. It goes well, Christoph. Welcome. White Street and Wake Forest. Close. Oh, White Street and Wake Forest. Yeah, probably. Yep. Not sure you should drink black limes? I don't know. They taste good to me. I don't know if a black lime is a real thing or I don't know what the deal is, but I'm assuming it's real. Hey, Jeremy. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I'm also, well, I guess I'm in like, I don't know, East Central North Carolina or something like that, but welcome. Hello from Big Sur. Hey, K.A. Perk, welcome. Actually, this angle does make it hard to use all these things. Hey, thanks Bijou. Yeah, the shelves are pretty cool. I actually had to build these shelves as they sit because they won't fit through the door, and there's no way I'm getting them down the hall. So if I ever have to do something like, I don't know, change the carpet in here or something, or if I ever move, I'm going to have to take them apart, and I'm not looking to that. I'm looking forward to that. I'll go single life for a while. Oh, you're near High Point, Jeremy. Cool. I'm out a little bit east of Greensboro, so we're actually kind of close. Yeah, single life. So I'm not actually single. I'm just batching it a little bit this weekend. Audrey is at the Arkansas Pin Show with all kinds of cool people out there. So if you're in the like Little Rock area, go out there, say hi to Audrey. Go see a pin show. Should be good. Brad Dowdy's out there. I think Matt Armstrong is actually out there too. So that's cool. I didn't know Matt was gonna go, but you know, it's single life so far has been like one night. I've made it. So you change carpets, it's moved from one side of the room than the other. Really? Oh, well there you go. Oh, interesting. They refer to dried limes as black limes. All right, I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, Green Man is also pretty good. Yeah, Green Man is also pretty good. I've had a few of their beers as well. The cool thing about Mystery Brewing is that they're the only like brewery in the country that doesn't have one like tent post beer. They change the beer with the seasons, and even beers that they carry through seasons, they've got like one. That's oh yeah, and Anna's out there too, of course. Yep. And even those beers get like the ingredients changed a little bit to go with the season, so it's very fun. Every season you go to that brewery, you can go take the brewery tour for like $10. You get a glass, you get an hour and a half of tour. It's very fun. Yeah, I actually asked Audrey to check out the Rolodex, and I don't think that Anna's actually selling Rolodex stuff. She's just selling the cards, and I don't know. I had a really cool Rolodex that I loved, but I don't know if I have it anymore. I mean, I might have pitched it because I didn't have any use for one, which is now I wish I had that still. Maybe I'll have to like look through some boxes. It's possible it's still in a crate in the closet or something. I don't know, but yeah, I think that's really cool because that Rolodex idea is genius. Anna's really thinking there. I was just doing some ink reviews today, and just flipping through these stupid things on rings is infuriating because like they don't turn very well once you get past a couple, and it's a whole mess. So yeah, I'm hoping this Rolodex thing works out well. Of course, I've got a zillion color rings, so I don't really want to redo my whole ink sample collection. I don't think I don't think Denise is going to either, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the Rolodex sounds cool, especially if you're just getting started. The flat decks, I have no idea what that even is, but it sounds cool. I remember there used to be a thing that my grandmother had that I was always a little jealous of, which was, it was a, I don't even know what to call it, but it was like this metal contraption that that had phone number cards in it, basically. And at the side were letters, and you put it on the letter you want, and you hit a button, and the top flips up, and it only shows you that letter and below. So it like gets rid of, like if you're looking for M's, you don't have to weed through the A's and stuff. So that's pretty dope. Hey Mike, is that a Christmas cactus on the top shelf? Nope, I don't have any Christmas cactus in here actually. I have a bunch of them in the other room, and they are great. But they are, yeah, not a Christmas cactus. There is a little cactus up there. There's a, so I can get my finger oriented. That is a dragon tree. That right there is an African violet. Over here-ish is I don't know, some kind of fern. I've got another actual cactus up there. I've got a polka dot plant in a blue pot. That sort of beige pot that's right next to the dragon plant is dead. Didn't survive, so, you know. You want my grandma? Yeah, I do too. I don't even know what happened to that, but it sounds really cool, and I haven't seen one in a million years. But if you see something like that, I would say it'd probably be in an antique shop or some kind of thrift shop or something, but it is pretty cool. I would have been neat, but I didn't get it. Yeah, Denise, not going to start over. Me either. Your system, I think, is better than mine, though, so I mean, it would have to be. You have more stuff. Rolodex is in the same box as your rotary phone and Kodak camera. I did actually find a film camera not too long ago. I have never had a rotary phone. My mom, I think, might still have rotary phones, and we definitely had those growing up, of course, but I've never had one. I don't even have a phone. I mean, I have a cell phone, but that's it. I know. Plant killer. Yeah, it was another... it was an African violet, so it's not a big deal. Actually, I think it was a clone of the one that's right here, or this one is the newer clone, and the older one just died off. I think what happened was probably the string that I watered it with kind of might have rotted away, so it wasn't getting water, but oh well. The good thing about African violets, especially you know, if you keep them around, is that you can just pinch off a leaf, stick it in dirt, and new African violet. So, womp womp. Not much daylight up there. You know, actually there's a window right here. You can see on my hand it's much brighter. Most of this wall over here is a window, and the sun comes through this sucker almost all day. So right now it's not getting great light, but it's fixing to get a shit ton of light, and it has had light all day. So it does pretty well. All the stuff up there are indoor plants, and they're kind of okay with lowish light anyway. So they're all fine. Yep. Apparently you can put coloring cards in Rolodex plastic sleeves so you don't have to re-swab. Oh, you know, actually Audrey just sent me a text that said something very similar to that, and she told me to Google something in particular. Let me see if I can find my phone, and I'll see what it is. Yeah, it says look up Rolodex on Amazon. There's one with $18 that has plastic sleeves that is perfect. So I don't know. There's that. I don't know. I'll check that out. But I haven't yet because I just got that text. I haven't even actually, until just now, I hadn't even read it. So, yeah. Any hoozle. Lazy to clean your pens every week. Always using the same colors for a month or two. Sieving inks, keeping it simple. Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to clean your pens every week. I never clean my pens on a weekly basis. There's no way I do that. It's fine. They'll be fine. Unless you got something really corrosive in there, I wouldn't worry about it. Constantly taking out your car's photograph for comparison with your ink of the day, so the Rolodex wouldn't work for that part. Yeah, it might be kind of irritating. You've got yours in like little like recipe boxes or something, right? And I think that's a pretty good idea. But yeah, I take mine out a lot too, so I don't know. That might not work, but who knows? Maybe the Rolodex ones are real easy, or maybe the plastic is clear enough that you could just take out the whole plastic sleeve and put it down. But you would have to have a lot of Rolodexes, and probably I would have to have more than one anyway. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Oh, you have one of those too, K-Perk? Those were pretty neat, right? My mom didn't have one. My grandmother did. It was my maternal grandmother, and I don't really have much of hers, unfortunately, because we could not make it to the funeral, and they live in Vermont, and there was like damage to the house. It was a whole thing. So I don't really have much from that side of the family. I've got a couple of things, but not much. I should be getting eventually a giant, I mean, at least as big as that Dalek back there, picture. That's a print of my grandfather flying in formation. He flew P-38s during World War II, and then I forget what they are, F-something Sabres during Korea. And so they have a picture that somebody took of him flying in formation with other Sabres. And so I should be getting one of those, but I haven't gotten it yet. So I have a lot of stuff from my paternal grandmother, but not my maternal grandparents, unfortunately. Oh, you said you're glad you're too lazy. Sorry, I missed it. It's a little bit hard to read sometimes. Keep them in a 3x5 file box. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I always think of those file boxes as like as recipe boxes. And actually, I passed up getting a few of those, and I shouldn't have. I was like at an estate sale not too long ago, and I saw some. Sandra constantly kills plants. I get it. It's actually really hard to keep indoor plants alive. I have a couple that I could give you. That would be just fine, and you would have a very hard time actually killing them. Chewbacca, I have not gotten to your question yet, but I will soon. Yeah, well, actually, my grandfather was kind of a jerk, but he did cool stuff. I mean, he's a bit of an alcoholic, and that's not great for the family, of course. But he was also a flying ace, and so this is a watch that I actually got recently. This is a Luminox P-38 Lightning watch. And on the back, there's a P-38. Let's get it right side up, which is a very cool airplane, propeller prop plane sort of guy, fighter, bomber, etc. And so, I like to remember his accomplishments. So I, pay attention to Air Force stuff and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, that's actually my only fancy watch. I got that from Mario, Toys in the Attic Mario. So check out his watch selection. He's got really dope watches. Let's see. You can get the file boxes for a couple of bucks at Staples or Office Depot. Yeah, I know. So I was at this estate sale, and they had them for like, I don't know. They were super cheap, but I didn't want to go to the next place I was going. Like, it was down the street from a guy's house. I was playing board games. I didn't want to watch him with like just armfuls of 3x5 boxes when they're not very expensive anyway. When you think about an heirloom watch, you think of Pulp Fiction. This is not an heirloom watch. I mean, it might be. Maybe if I ever have kids or whatever, it'll be an heirloom. But it was not carried through concentration camps in a butt. But yeah, it's a very cool watch, and I dig it. So I don't really have anything specific to talk about today. It's been a really busy week. Audrey left town for the Arkansas show, so I was helping her get ready with stuff. I've had a bunch of grading. We had more job candidates come in where I work. Thankfully, that stuff is over, and so I just haven't had any time. And so I've had these couple of reviews that I've kept meaning to do, and so I just did them today because I finally got a chance. So what I'd like to do today is just have a whole bunch of like Q&A if I could. I think that'd be a good way to do it. Also, when Audrey's gone, like, I lack motivation. I don't know. I miss my wife, I guess. So, if you've got questions, this is a good time to Q, and I will A them suckers. Let's see, what's your setup for doing these live streams? Folks have been asking me to possibly live stream some pin turning, and I have all day free tomorrow, so I might do it then. So my setup for doing these live streams actually is I'm using a Mac computer. That's what the camera is here. And then I have this awesome, actually, well, here's what I was using before. I'm sitting at my desk, and I actually had the computer sitting on this little tiny pedestal. Not tiny, it's probably 6 inches tall. And I had this sitting on my desk to raise it up to face height, so I wasn't looking straight up at all my chins or up my nose or whatever. Now I have this really cool stand, which is this one. This guy. This is actually collapsible, and this is what I was actually using on the road when I was in Baltimore. So those of you who are in Baltimore saw it. This is it's an Elkin laptop stand. It's about $15 on the Amazon, so check that out. And that gives me this nice tilt. Then I have a microphone going, but you don't really need it, I guess. I could probably get away with just using the microphone that's built into the computer, but I've got this, so why not? As far as software, the thing I use is called OBS. It is a free software for broadcasting. It's like open broadcast software or something, but if you just Google up OBS, it's a free download. It's pretty easy to use. There are a bunch of different mods and all kinds of attachments and stuff you can put in there. There are useful help forums that'll show you how to set everything up. Like all this text stuff right here, I would never figure this out on my own. So and there's a lot of stuff you can do. In fact, a lot of the streamers, Twitch streamers and YouTube streamers and stuff, will use OBS because it's free and real powerful. So it's real cool. So that's what I use for my setup, and that's kind of it. And then you use OBS to connect to YouTube Live, and you just hit the start streaming button and you're on. So that's kind of all there is to it, Brian. It's not, hell, if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. Now, as far as turning, I don't know. It depends on what you're using. You can actually stream just fine from a phone. I used to do that, and I still do it at pin shows sometimes when I do a walk around. This is a thing that you can get on Amazon real cheap. It is a stiff but bendy and positionable phone clipper deal here. And you just clip it onto something. So this might actually work pretty well for grinding, because you could clip it over somewhere and maneuver this and then have the YouTube Live be on the phone. So maybe something like this would help you out. And there are only a couple. I think I got this for maybe $5. It was real cheap. It's not super sturdy or anything, but it's lasted a good year or so, maybe more. So definitely a thing to check out. This is what I use for a lot of little video pieces or offset cameras. If I'm doing that kind of thing on a review, I'll use this. I'll use it for the time-lapse videos, all that kind of stuff. So anywho, that's all I got. If you got other questions, please hit me up and I'll help you out with whatever you need, but I don't know. Any of the job candidates do particularly interesting research? They all do cool research. Well, one guy did some research that I didn't really understand, but I think it's just not my area of philosophy, so I didn't get it. But yeah, some pretty cool stuff was going on. There was a person who was doing some stuff, I don't want to be too specific just because, I don't know, there's for whatever reason, some amount of secrecy around who you bring in for jobs for academic stuff. I don't know, just for any other job. But there was somebody who's doing some really cool work on markets and legitimate markets using marks and RALs and all kinds of stuff. There was somebody doing work on the underpinnings of law, what it is that gives law the moral oomph that it's supposed to have. Why the heck should we follow laws? What are they good for and what are they made of? There was all kinds of cool stuff. So, pretty neat. Let's see. Here's the thing. I finally jumped on getting a Retro 51 Lincoln fountain pen and brought it. Rocks. How wet is yours? Mine is, I would say medium wet. It's certainly not dry. It's a little bit more than medium, I would say. It's pretty good. But yeah, I actually really like the way it writes. And as long as the section doesn't bother you, as I said in my review before, it's a great pen. I'm a big fan of it. Sorry I have to leave. Sorry about that, K. Perk. Good luck. You can watch it later. It'll still be up on YouTube if you want to. Everyone send Mike pizza. I endorse that idea. Yep, it's pretty much dull table, Denise. Why send him pizza? Oh, because my wife's out of town and pizza is good for everybody. Using my Principles of Neuroscience textbook for a laptop stand? Yeah, fair enough. Before I actually got figured out this dull table thing, I was stacking up books. I've got Ethical Theory in Business. I've got Classics of Philosophy by Poyman. I've got a bunch of other big, thick philosophy texts that I was actually using too. So yeah, that's good. The phone dongle is wild. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's because the thing is, if you put more twists and bends to it, it actually becomes stronger. Because if it's one long arc and you put a phone on it, then it just kind of goes like this and it has a lot of movement. But if you twist it up real good, then it tends to be tighter. So that's pretty good. Let's see, any future pin releases you're particularly excited about? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what's coming out soon that I need to be excited about. The thing that's really on my shopping list right now, and I probably need to sell off some pens to buy one, is the Conid Monarch. It's by Fontaplumo. It's like a special edition for them, and it's clear. It's a clear minimalistica Conid with orange ends. So that's right up my alley. I might have to finally do that, but I don't know. Let's see. Pets will keep him company. Yep. Although only Clipsy is here right now. The rest have kind of gone away. Scraggles is just hanging out outside. I barely got her to come in before I went on live, and she was going to be standing at the back door just like barking, let me in. So your retro is a hose. Well, that's cool. Good. Are there replacement nib units for the... are there replacement nib units for the Twisby Eco? Pulled mine out of the box, cap off, and dropped it right on the nib. Oh, no. No. The sad thing is that they do not make replacement nib units for those, and I don't think they're a standard size. Hold on a sec. They might be a little bit number 5-ish, but they're very narrow, so I don't actually know. Let me take a look at this guy. You could maybe put like a number 5 nib from like a Yovo or something in there, but I haven't tried it. Perhaps somebody in the chat has. FPNibs.com has Eco Nibs. Oh, that's good to know. I'm not shocked that they would have them, I guess, but Twisby doesn't actually sell lone nibs for that one. Yeah, I think it's a number 5 too, but I don't know for sure. Send the pig to... the thing about sending an Eco to get the nib fixed is that fixing the nib would cost more than a new Eco. So, Oh, bonjour, France. I love calligraphy and looking for a nice stub nib, and also looking for a nice gray ink. Do I have any recommendations? Yes. Stub nibs is going to depend a lot on your price range and size and all that kind of stuff. I have 3 grays actually right here from an ink review I was just doing. This is Faber-Castell's Stone Gray, which is a gray with like little bits of maybe hints of brown and maybe like a slight bluish tinge, but mostly just like a little bit of brown in there, but also a beautiful gray. And this one is document and document proof or whatever, so it's the waterproof, light resistant stuff, and this is great. Mont Blanc Oyster Gray, which is kind of a perennial favorite of most folks, which I haven't actually got a chance to use yet. And then this one, which I don't think is officially a gray, it's definitely not, but it's Monteverde's Black Documental, which ends up being sort of a little bit of a shiny gray instead of a black. So those are high on the list. Mont Blanc's 90-year gray, if you can get a hold of it, is wonderful, but it's a little hard to find. There's a lot of good grays out there for sure. For sure. And let me scroll back up through some comments over here because I missed them. Okay, thanks. A bit more economic. Just spend $30 on another pen and buy the nib unit for the Echo. It's probably better to just get a nib. You can probably get a nib pretty cheap, but I mean, if you can't, the Eco's only like $5, and sometimes a nib will run you 20, so you might as well just get a new Eco probably. FP Nibs does grinds too. That's cool. It's cheaper than buying Twisby Mini unit. Yeah, it's true. Oh, the Twisby Mini is the same as the Eco, huh? Well, that's cool, but those would be like, what, $25? So, not great. Not a great value. Mark doesn't charge that much? Yeah, he doesn't charge that much, but I mean, he's going to probably charge, what, 25 to 40 bucks? I don't know. Ralph put one of his modded nibs number 5 in an Eco, or is it a Mini? Apparently they're the same, Sarah, so I don't know. Is there any special pen you carry with you every day? I don't carry any particular pen with me every day. I like to switch it up. I've got, let me turn this around. I got anything sensitive on my desk? I do not. I have sitting here against my, there you are. There's infinite regress of camera stuff. But I have a bunch of pens sitting here that I've been using and that have inks in them that I've been wanting to test. And then actually I've got a box right here. It's just chock full of, these are all inked. So I actually try to switch it up quite a lot. And thus I don't have a particular one that I carry every day. So no, not really. Whoops, I just did something bad to my pen stand. Or my pen stand, my computer stand. There. All right. Kurosama. Yeah, Kurosama's pretty good. I like that one. Yep. Let's see, what else here? Fortunately, the fins on the feeds, hold on. Very soft and bend when you try to remove them. Karen, did I miss the beginning? Oh, as a 20 minis. I don't know, I've taken them out pretty successfully, but you do have to be careful. Be careful any time you do that. Eco Nibsy is €15 plus shipping. Oof. Inky Day recommended Urshizu Kurosame. That's pretty good. Style of Plume, really like Diamine Earl Grey. I haven't been able to get my hands on Diamine Earl Grey, actually. So I need to get some of that. Am I caught up again? Yeah, favorite grays include Kurosame, Califolio Grige Dupont, or Pain, maybe? As well as Colorverse Antimatter Matter combo. I don't have those, so I can't help you, but they are good. The Califolios I've used are really cool, so... let's see, if I'm using my Namasu Ixion pen, I have, in fact, it's right here. It's one that goes in my pocket because it ought to be kind of indestructible. I haven't loved the nib on this thing. I didn't like pony up for a more expensive nib, so I just got the regular Bach steel nib. I am not a fan of Bach nibs. I have been getting a lot of... like pretty much every time I go to write the word "the," like the top of the T that would be before the cross just doesn't come out. And after that, it's fine, but I seem to be having to push on it more than I want to, and I shouldn't have to push on these nibs. So it needs a little bit of alteration. Of course, the first one they sent me was broken and real messed up, so I've had bad luck, but I've got a lot of number 6 nibs around. I'll probably just put something else in there. But I do like the pen. It's a good pen. And the titanium nibs are cool. They're quite wet and usually pretty smooth. So, whoa! Hi, Mr. Nose. Surprise! There's a cat here. Let me get on camera? Oh yeah, there you go. There's a Mr. Nose. Look at the camera, fool! No? He just wants to be up here. Just wants to be up here. Oh, it was less than that, huh? A year ago, friend sent an eco to fix. Yeah, that's good. I'm hoping that he doesn't charge that much for ecos. Mark is a good guy, so I don't think he would. He would probably try to charge something that was reasonable for the thing that was being fixed. Yeah, look for the Mont Blanc there, because that's pretty good. Can't really go wrong with many Mont Blanc inks. They're very good in general. Nice desk chaos. You know, my desk is actually pretty clean. It's just that shelf, which is chaos. The rest of the desk was chaos until about a week ago. And then I got my shit together and decided to clean it because I remembered that I liked the light right over here for doing reviews. So I've cleaned it off quite a lot. My desk is clear, man. Did I see the Pin BBS Ixion knockoff? I did, and I'm not in favor of knockoffs. I've gone on record before as being anti-knockoff, and I will maintain that position. That stealing pin ideas is bullshit. Am I going to Atlanta? Yes. You bring me a sample of Earl Grey to the next pin club? Thanks. Pinchley has that color in stock as of 2 days ago. Cool. So the thing about getting new bottles of ink is that I've got a bunch of bottles actually that need to be reviewed. I have those underneath the chaos over here, and I got a backlog, so I'm not going to buy any for a little bit. Do I use any pin case? I use a lot of pin cases actually. So this is a cool like mishmashed color knock case. Here's another one. That's a black Sinclair, black and blue. I've got this Rickshaw 3-pin case. When I want more pins, I've got a Franklin Christoph pinvelope. I have a zillion Rickshaw pin cases. I love these guys. Those go with me all over the place. I even got one that says Ink Dependence. I've actually got like 2 or 3 of these. Yeah, so yeah, I use pin cases for sure, a lot of them, and often. I especially like 2-pin cases. So like, here's one. I really like this. This is a Rickshaw pin case, and I've got 2 pins in it. Usually I will carry a fountain pen and a not so fountain pen. Usually some kind of ballpoint or something like that, gel pen, in order to hand those to people or sign receipts or some kind of thing like that. So, yep, love me some pin cases. How about the wear on the threading you mentioned in your review? Yeah, it's not wear. I think they just didn't anodize it very well, and I haven't contacted them. I know a lot of people are having trouble contacting them about it or about anything, and so I decided I will give it some time and then be like, hey, this is coming off, because it's in the review. It's not like it's... They're not going to call me liars, I don't think, but I want to let them get their feet under themselves a little bit, and I've already complained about one thing, so we'll see how it goes. Need a written rice pen wrap? Oh, like this one? We have several of those in this household. This is actually Audrey's pen wrap, and she forgot it here. This has sloths on it. saw the sloths. She had to have it. Or maybe I got this one. I forget which way it went. But we have several of Claire's pin wraps. So never worry about that. We have lots. To use any pin cases. How about the wear? Waterman 52 for a while. Oh, nice. Been afraid to ink it up. Do I need to worry about the type of ink to put in it? First vintage pen, most expensive. I don't think so. The person... I don't have any 52s, so I don't know that much about it. Is Jessie in the chat? I don't know if I've seen her or not. But if Jessie's in the chat, ask Jessie. Maybe she'll chime in about, care of vintage pens. But I don't know. Got the Mont Blanc 90th Gray on Amazon for about $18. Oh, nice. That's actually a really good price. As Sandra says, only seen it for 60. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you can get the 90th year gray, especially if you get it directly from Mont Blanc. They brought some to, I want to say it was DC or something a year or two ago, and I got another bottle or two. So I've backstocked because I really like that one, and it was at a good price. You agree you don't like knockoffs? Yes, good. Good. Need a written rice pin wrap? Yep, got one. Am I bringing Scraggles to Atlanta? Unsure. We actually need to check. The Atlanta hotel is dog friendly. That's good. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, it's a little bit of a problem because I got to stash her somewhere. And last time we brought her, we put her underneath the Anderson Pens table. So I'll have to ask and see if somebody would be cool with us leaving her under the table. Usually the Franklin Christoph table is just packed underneath. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I would like to. Well, I wouldn't like to, but I know a lot of people would like it to happen. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Waterman ink is really good for those kind of things, for sure. And their ink is nice. So, yeah, that's cool. So I got a question on Slack. Brian says, my wife's good friend is an artist and asked for a custom pen, but she doesn't use fountain pens. Oh, but she doesn't use fountain pens and has said that she's interested in doing so. She's not local, so I can't give her any hands-on training. Do you have any advice? I suggested sending her a starter pen and ink first. Yeah, so I actually got a couple of my artist friends, my neighbors, hooked on pens with just like kind of crappy student pens, because if they're an artist, they'll be able to figure it out. And then I actually gave her, I won in a drawing in Colorado like 2 years ago, I guess. I won a Metropolitan from Van Ness that had like, Colorado Pen Show, Van Ness pens or whatever engraved on it. And I never used it. And so they take care of the cats and stuff with us for us while we're away. So I gifted that to her, and she loves it. So yeah, I'd say get her any kind of starter if you'd like. That's a good way to go. And ink. A lot of artists are actually cool with just using black, it seems to me. Because my artist friend, who I gave the Metropolitan, and I gave her kids some pens too, she started using it with one of her friends who was an artist, and that friend liked it so much that she bought one, but they both just use like black cartridges. They haven't even really gotten into the ink game much. So yeah, I mean, I'd say go for it, but try to make it as easy a maintenance sort of pen as you can. So something like a Metro is pretty simple and safe. What else is in that price? There's another one that's coming in pretty low on the price range that's also really good. Maybe like a Schaefer VFM or something. They usually have pretty decent nibs, and they take international standard cartridges, which is a plus. The Pilot only takes Pilot cartridges. So yeah, Denise, I know the oh, by the way, we knew that the hotel is dog friendly because Scraggles has been there, but I don't know about like the rooms. Sometimes they'll let you have dogs in like common areas, but not rooms. So we'll have to see, but I don't know. We're kind of thinking about it. Audrey would certainly like that. Perkios are good. Yeah, sure. Same kind of price range. Pretty good. Baku Bayman. Baku Bayman? I am probably destroying that name, but hey, welcome. But yeah, any of those would be fine, I think. Sure, we'll be happy to put some Scraggles in at the PIF table. Oh, that'd be awesome, actually. I think that'd be perfect. Yeah. She's the other thing about her is that she hasn't been in her crate in like years. It's probably been 3 years since she's even been in a crate, so we'll have to see how she is about being in a crate. I'd hate to take her to a thing and then she'd have to be like, nasty little chihuahua with you. All right, good. Then Scraggles will be fine then, because she's good in the rooms. She just would like whine if we left her in the room, so we got to bring her to the show is the only thing. But if the PIF table wants to host a Scraggles, that'd be cool. I know the Masiyamas were there that year when we brought her, and they were very happy to see Scraggles. Scraggles was a big hit, actually. So, The showrooms are just fine, actually. You can't have her in the food. You can't have dogs in the food areas, but anything like that, you can have her anywhere else. Who needs a crate? Dog snuggles. Yeah, so that's fine with us. If somebody wants to, if people want to, take care of little Scraggle, she is super friendly, as y'all know. So that's probably pretty good. I like the Pilot Kakuno as a starter pen. I also like the Kakuno as a starter pen. I've got one right here. These are great pens. So yeah, I'd say, yeah, get a Kakuno. Those are real cheap. Sure, why not? I say go for it. Yeah, and you can get the Kakuno at some non-Jet Pens place too if you want, but you can also just get a bunch of them at Jet Pens. They're pretty cheap. Yeah, they only take pilot cartridges, but they do take converters. So if you want, you can give her a converter. Yeah, that's why something like the Perkio or the Schaefer VFM, or there's another one that I swear is in the same price range, and I cannot remember the name of it. Maybe it'll come to me, but we'll see. So, yep. Ooh. All right, so what else you got? Give me them cues. I will A them cues. Oh, was there another cue? Did I miss something? Probably. No, maybe not. It's like really reach past some computers to get to the clicky thing here. Oops, too far. Whoops, I ruined it. What did I do? Am I still alive? Yeah, good. Let's see, what are my plans while Audrey's away for the weekend? I don't really have any big plans. I'm gonna do this live stream, so I plan to be with y'all. And then I'm going to cook a delicious frozen pizza. Red Baron is the way to go. And then I will probably grade papers until I'm sick of doing that. And then I will, I don't know, maybe watch some HBO. Maybe I will, I don't know, play some Monster Hunter. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I don't have any big plans. I don't have any big plans. I have a bunch of exams to grade, actually, so I probably ought to do that. And I've got some stuff to read. I've definitely got work to keep me busy, for sure. That's the way to go. What do I do for dinner, sans Audrey? I eat a lot of frozen pizza. I've got some turkey burgers in the fridge that I need to eat. You know, I'm a crazy person. Yeah, I know. I'm nuts. Do I want to watch you stand in front of a lathe tomorrow? Yeah, probably. I'll tune in for that. That'd be cool. Yeah, no, I'm a wild man. I've got some soup. And by soup, I mean ramen, which I'll eat as noodles because I don't like soup. But I got some of that. You know, I'm not super fancy. We'll see. No, it wasn't the Singularity. I've never had one of those, and they look a little dodgy to me. Like, the quality I hear is kind of hit or miss, and you don't want that in a pen you're giving to somebody as their first pen, I don't think. Same reason I don't recommend, like, well, similar reason to why I don't recommend Jin Hao's or Wing Sung's or any of that stuff. I don't like them. But yeah, go watch Brian Chu. Hey, Brian, put your YouTube in the chat there so people know where to go tomorrow to see you doing stuff. Finished addressing a shark letter? That sounds awesome. I got a very nice letter. What did I do with it? Oh man, now I've put it away somewhere. I got a very nice letter from somebody in New Zealand, the NZ, just the other day. No, you can't post links, but if you tell us what the account name is or something, we can probably look for it. Love cheap pens, not afraid to put ink in those. Yeah, I get it. I just don't like it that they hardly ever work for, new folks. From Barbara in New Zealand. So Barbara, if you're watching in New Zealand, thank you very much for the cool letter. Look at this awesome washi tape on the top and bottom of the thing. Very nice. So yeah, that's cool. It's always cool to get letters, and I've got to reply to some. I have a bunch of letters from people at NaCoWriMo, and I just haven't had a chance to reply to any yet, but I will soon. Shark letter equals shark USPS stamp. Oh, dope. Are they current? Are they current? Oh, let's see these are on. Account name is just Brian Chu. Okay, cool. Shark and bioluminescent stamps. Yeah, I gotta get some of those. What about Red Dragon Pengo? I don't know if that's the. It's gonna matter what his Twitter is called, or his not his Twitter, his YouTube is called. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about those. Not totally sure you replied to letters. I replied to at least one, Jesse. I have not replied to your second one, but I have. Man, Jenny is really going, huh? Did I send you an Ink to Pendant sticker yet? There should be an Ink to Pendant sticker on the way to you, Brian. That is true. That should be on the way. Tap on Brian's name and let you go to his channel? Oh. That's an interesting idea. I didn't know you could do that. What happens if I click your name? No, that doesn't work. They don't seem to be hyperlinks. Hey, how's it going, Matt? Oh, Sandra's supposed to be sending it. She's like, don't worry, I've got a letter here for you. Denise, you don't have an Ink to Pendant sticker yet? Well, maybe we'll have to fix that. I do have a few left. I'm getting low, but I do have a few left, so. First sticker that goes on your new Chromebook. Dope. Lincoln Podcast. Yep, do that. Did on mobile. Oh, interesting. It doesn't on my computer over here, so that's cool. I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, well, Denise, we have to get you one. I thought you'd have one already. I bring these stickers with me to pin shows, and then I expect people to take them. But I hate to be walking around and be like, hey, who wants a sticker? Because I feel like a dork. So I'm like, if anybody asks for a sticker, I give them to them. But there you go. Through the dots that show up beside his name. I think it's just different on mine because I'm the moderator or whatever. So I don't think it does that. Hey, I appreciate that, Brian. Sandra, get that letter out. Stat. I actually wrote you like a little note, and I had I was gonna put an envelope, and then Sandra was like, "Oh, I'm sending him a letter. Just bring it to Pin Club," and it was like the next day, so I brought it there. But there you go. I have a very cool new BioWorks sticker on my back of my laptop. I'm pretty psyched about that. Do I ever attend the Miami Pin Show? I don't. It is real far from here, and Franklin Christoph doesn't usually go, so I don't really have a ride. And also it's during, I think, the only month when Audrey doesn't have to go to any place and I'm on summer break. So I usually go on vacation or like do something else that month. Now, I've never gotten to go to Miami. Lost last week's stream because you were teaching your assistants in philosophy. Nice. Leave a pocket knife. That is a deep rabbit hole. I have a drawer over here that is made of that rabbit hole for sure. What is this pin club you speak of? I go to the Triangle Pin Club. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Triangle Pin Club, I believe. It's like the Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill Pin Club, and it meets in Chapel Hill at the library every first Sunday of the month, pretty much. So it's pretty good. July in Miami. Yeah, it's not great, but yeah, July is the month that Audrey has off right before she goes on a ton of pin shows. And so, yeah, we don't usually do that. Yeah, I mean, if you... Yeah. When I used to live in Dallas, and I never went to the Dallas Pin Show then because apparently it was only open to vendors at the time, which is weird. Pin shows aren't like that anymore, but now it's better. Have you attended the Pin Club? Stephanie, are you local? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think they don't go because it's like the only month they have off. And then they have a ton of other things coming up, like DC and Dallas and San Francisco and Colorado are all just packed into, it's a week or so in between each one. So it's pretty rough for people who are makers. If they're makers, it's kind of tough because you got to make a bunch of pins to sell. And if you don't have pins to sell, then, there you go. Another. Oh, I know about Beartooth Woods. I've been there. I've definitely been there for sure. Only I don't turn stuff, so I don't know. Pocket knives too. Yeah, it's a deep hole. It's a deep hole. I've got a few. I have a few for sure. Naples, huh? Naples, Florida, or Naples, Italy? Let's see if I have any pocket knives worth showing. I actually like to get pocket knives with interesting opening systems. It's like I've got a couple. This is a CRKT, and I don't know what it's actually called. It's a Michael Walker design, and it has a blade lock opener. So if you look at this little, let's see if I can show it. This right here, the stud actually detents. It moves. And if you don't poke that, this blade is locked closed. You just depress it, and it unlocks the blade, and now it's locked open. So the blade locks both open and closed. which is pretty cool. CRKT doesn't have like often doesn't use the best materials or the best design, but this one's very cool. I have a few CRKTs that I like. This is actually another one. I don't know why, but CRKT is doing all kinds of cool stuff. This is another one that has like an interesting lock mechanism, which is it's right here in the thumb stud. You actually have to push this in. So when you push it in and like push up a little bit, it's got a spring assist in it, but it's locked closed if you don't use the thumb stud. Those are a couple I have right here that are pretty cool, but those are both cheapies. Neither of them is more than like 30 bucks. So Coral Gables, Boca, Dallas is the very week before Colorado. Yeah, that's pretty rough. So, well, I mean, Dallas is usually that weekend, I think, is the deal. They only moved to the very beginning of September because of a holiday last year. So, I don't know. I think it might be Colorado that's decided to be real close to Dallas, but I don't know. It is inconvenient for everybody. If I'm going to be pocket knives for a while, I use a Swiss Army knife. Find one for work, so I'm kind of getting into it. Yeah, I mean, you can find all kinds of good stuff that's not super expensive. Take a Gerber folding. Oh yeah, I've got one of those. Takes a disposable razor blade thing. Where is it? It's got to be right around here. Huh. Maybe I took it in the other room or something. But yeah, I use it for opening boxes and envelopes and all kinds of stuff. It's real convenient. Good little cheap pocket knife for sure. And then of course the one I use for opening packages is this guy. This is a K-bar that I've had for a long time. I got this as a Boy Scout, I think. But it's real good at opening boxes for for the videos. Although I do occasionally get comments like, "Why the heck do you need a knife that was made for the Marines to open boxes?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, why not?" Yeah, no. If you have a feeling that you're too clumsy to have knives, don't follow that intuition. Don't endanger yourself for sure. They're fun, but they're not worth being hurt for sure. Oh, Benchmade Anthem, huh? Neat. Yeah, my first decent pocket knife was also a Benchmade. It was a Benchmade Striker, which they don't make anymore. They still make the automatic version, but I'm not sure about the legality of autos in North Carolina, so I haven't done that. But I really do like those. Yeah, I'm too lazy to sharpen knives too, and Benchmade will do it for free, which is neat. Also, yeah, so a fun story about Benchmade is that that first knife I ever got, like I took it to a store to be sharpened because it was right around the way, and the guy who sharpened it like wasn't wearing his glasses, and he rounded off the tanto point. And a tanto point is supposed to be like this, right? Like a chisel. And when he rounded it off, it was like this. So I sent it to Benchmade, and they said, "Irreparable, here's a new knife," which is kind of awesome. So I'm a big Benchmade fan. I've got one here somewhere. This one, does it have a name on it? I actually don't remember what this one is called. Oh, it's the Benchmade Serum. But Benchmade has this cool little butterfly. This is a dual action knife, so it's got a spring assist, or you can just sort of swing it out. But nice G10 scales. I like cool stuff like that. Yep. Let's see. Colorado's always the first weekend of October because of Columbus Day. Oh, interesting. Yeah, thanks, Melanie. I like them too. Ontario Rat 2. Yeah. I've had one actually in my Amazon box for a long time. I just haven't gotten one. But the Rat is one I keep hearing is really good. And they're very inexpensive, which is nice. I think I might have the Rat, like the original Rat, which is bigger than the 2, right? But by the way, it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Brian. Happy birthday. Is it Crocodile Dundee knife? It is not. Crocodile Dundee knife is way bigger. That's kind of small by comparison. I don't have anything like Crocodile Dundee size. He was using like a, I don't know, Arkansas toothpick or some weird thing, I think. Birthday present from your wife was time. Nice. Good times. The Rat 2, sure I'm going in D2. So you played Knifey Spoony? Indeed I have. Oh, cool. Yeah, G10 is the same stuff as my orange pen. That's why I like it. You can get a good knife for any price. There are plenty of knives on the lower end of the price spectrum that are just fine. I mean, if you spend 20 or 30 bucks on a knife, you can totally get a decent one. But also knives are like fountain pens, and that you can get artisanal knives or small maker knives or whatever that are hundreds or thousands of dollars. So, you know, how much is a good knife is like how much is a good pen, you know? Yeah, D2 is better than AUS8. AUS8 is fine for like general use though. I mean, it's kind of soft, but it takes an edge pretty well. Your age will be the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Wow. Yeah, Brian is older than I am, and he looks younger than I am. You son of a bitch. I sure cut my fingers off with those knives, and how did you use your pins? Fair enough. Those are the best gifts to the incorporeal ones like time. I like that as well. Drilling over the Benchmade 940, but they're pretty expensive, and to import them will be really expensive. Yeah, I believe you. Let's see what the 940 is. Sometimes I forget what the numbers are. I type in Benchmade, and the first thing that comes up is Infidel. The second is 940. I never liked the Griptilian. Oh, yeah, the 940 has also been on my list. Yeah, those are cool. It's an Osborne. Yeah, I like those as well. They're neat. They're neat. We have to see about metalworking and jewelry making. Oh, man. Brian's really going down that rabbit hole. Any non-pencil products I should add to my CW cart? Yeah, you can say I would go stickers, man. CW stickers are dope. I like those a lot. I like those a lot. Yeah, 940 is between 170 and 270. That seems about right. Yeah, sometimes you can find them on sale at like Blade Center and that kind of thing for like 150-ish. But, you know, you pay for a good knife just like you pay for a good pen, you know? Anything good is going to have a premium. And then there are plenty of knives from like Kaiser and other companies like that that are on the very inexpensive side, which are just fine. Kershaw, I really like Kershaw. I'm a big fan of those. Asian jeans are good for something. Well, yeah, I mean, you don't crack, that's for sure. You look very young for your age, for sure. This is a Kershaw. This is one of the few things I've actually gotten from Mass Drop. It's the Kershaw Link. It is a spring assist knife, like it is. It's got a very strong spring assist. I've heard some people say that like the spring will go bad, but I've had this for a couple of years and it's pretty good. These are pretty nice. I'm a big fan of Kershaw because they're cheap and the quality is good. So apparently stuff of making traveler's notebook and some inserts of the good paper I found here in Brazil. Awesome. Yeah, definitely do that. Just got your Lamy Aeon from Mass Drop. How do you like your Aeon there? Your Ion, goodness. How do you like your Ion there, Jeremy? I've got one too. It is here-ish. And mine, depending on where the cap is, rattles. So if I turn it this way, rattle. This way, nothing. So, I mean, the Ion's a little weird. I would expect better tolerances from Lamy, really, but I like the pen. It's great to write with. I've had this ink in here. This is Walden Pond. And I keep refilling it because I keep saying I'm going to review this darn ink in this pen before I change it. But this ink keeps drying up in the nib. So far I haven't used this pen as much as I would like because, darn it, it's a pain in the butt. But the Ion is nice. I just wish they'd fix the cap tolerances. They need to fix that shit. Come on, Lamy. Get it together. This cap is more secure. Does your cap fall off or does it just turn? Because turning is okay. The falling, if it falls off, that's a problem. I had to choose between medium, extra fine, one of the fine. Got a medium, it's a little thick from what size I write. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you can, I don't actually know what I got. I was going to get a broad, but turns out they didn't have one. This is a medium. And it writes okay. These nibs, by the way, are interchangeable with all the other lower end Lamys. So anything below a 2000 pretty much, you can just take the nib off and use this. And so their nibs are like $10 online. You can just get whatever size nib you like. It just won't be curved. It'll be a little bit different. Great weight, very smooth rattle. Right on. Do you have a rattle with a 3776 with a converter? I don't think so, but let's shake a few. I don't shake them that much, so I don't know. This is a 3-pin rickshaw sleeve full of 3776s. So here's one. No, let's uncap it. And I guess if I listen very carefully, that might be a little bit of a tick-tick noise, but not much. Let's try another one. Nope. Not from the Bourgogne. Nothing. try the Nice Pure just for funsies. So far, the Shengyo is the only one that had anything close to a rattle. A little bit of a rattle in the Nice Pure. I hear a little bit of that. That's not much. Let's see. Yeah, imports from Brazil. I put a 60% tax on that. Oof. Yikes. Yeah, that's not great. That's too much. I wouldn't do it. Just got back. What am I drinking? Looks dark and delicious. It is. Oh, hey, Anzen. Welcome. What I am drinking is Mystery Brewing Company, which you have to be in North Carolina to get, I think. It's called Umbra. It's a black Mexican lager made with black limes. And it is delicious. It's got this really cool picture on it as well. So that's what I'm drinking. 3776 Nice Rose Gold. Yeah, nice. Yeah, those are great. I love the Nice Pure. That's the one I like the best, but the Nice is also nice. I probably ought to get one too. Have I seen the Moonman M2, a Chinese eyedropper demonstrator? Nope, I haven't. Just got a shipping confirmation for your next rickshaw bag, large Soho. That reminds me, Audrey has found a couple of patterns that she likes, and she's making me get her, she's asked me to get her a small Soho and also a big one with the long straps. So I actually need to order those soon. I had it sitting here for a while, and then I got really busy, and I just haven't had a chance to do it again. But yeah, there will be some Sohos in this house as well. Con 40 rattles so much in your pens, much worse than more irritating than the Con 50. Is that the new version, like the new short version? Is that the Con 40? I can never really remember. An architect from Dan Smith. Well, that's too bad, but all right. I can't use an architect nib. Is the only reason I say that. Most of when I touch or hit my hand, the barrel converter comes hitting on the sides. Yeah, weird. No, I haven't gotten that. I haven't had that any problem, or haven't had that problem at all yet. Chris Rapseek has a Moonman. Did a video. Oh, huh. Yeah, cool. No, I haven't been on the YouTubes much. You'll notice I haven't posted anything this week because I was too busy. But I will check it out. Discussions with FP Nips to see if they can do rose gold plate on a platinum converter. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a lot of work. I don't know if I would care about it that much, but good luck. Let's see. Just rap Moonman. See if Google finds it. Actually, Google does not find it. Chris has got to work on his SEO, man. Let me just go to my YouTube because I've got him subscribed. It's not showing all my... Oh, here we go. B, C... I wish this was in order. That would be neat. Dear YouTube, put your shit in order. Anyway, I'll look at it later. Well, I'll Google it. Moonman. What is it called? M2 Moonman or something? Moonman M2.
That's an extremely large amount of ink. You know that.
Oh, is this the one that's a knockoff Franklin Christoph? Yeah, no, I won't be getting one of those because I hate knockoffs. But that's real dumb. I don't. Ugh. This question: is it bad that it's been a month since you ordered your first fountain pen? Now you own 7 pens, 4 notebooks, and 5 inks. I mean, look, that's a rapid descent down the rabbit hole, but that's not bad. Play with the customizer for Navy Blue Rickshaw Potero with a yellow inside. What the hell is a Potrero? Now I gotta look that up. Is that one of the tote bags or something? They're just called totes. I don't know. What the heck is a Potrero? Sarah? Con 40 is a new one. Yeah, I don't hate it that much, but whatever. Yeah, as long as you're not bankrupting yourself, that descent is totally fine. See, now we're getting a lot of light coming in the window. I'm actually going to have to close the window because it is right in my eyeballs. Eclipse the Cat will be sad, but nonetheless. Let's see. People complain about the Sailor converters. I think they're fine. Yeah, so the problem with Sailor converters, I'll show you the problem because I just had another one fail. It's going to make my fingers inky again. The problem with Sailor converters is they are actual trash. You can see the converter, it's actually still got ink on it, and I have cleaned out the barrel of the pen. I cleaned the converter. The other day I was going to school. Actually, that blue right there is still from the ink that's in here. The problem with Sailor converters is that they just fail. Actually, there you can see the shimmer on the O-ring is friggin' Walden Pond. Or, no, this is nitrogen. But the problem with Sailor converters is that they just fail and ink goes back past the piston and comes out the back of the stupid converter. It's garbage. I don't understand what the hell their problem is. So Michelle or Michael, there's the problem. I've had 3 or 4 of them just self-destruct. Likewise, Aurora converters can bite it. This is an Aurora converter. You can see the problem? The problem is that they split at the mouth. This one split in, well, just one place. This is actually a replacement for the first one I got that split the very same way. That's not great when you unscrew your pen and ink has come out because the converter is split. And also, these bastards are like $18 to $27, depending on where you buy them. So I'll just be using cartridges for my Auroras, I guess. The stream is Google with Mike. Yeah, sometimes that's the way it goes. Sometimes it is Google with Mike. When I don't know what's going on, I Google some stuff. Protera's a backpack, huh? I don't know that backpack. The one I look at is the Sutro. Oh, okay. That's a much more normal looking backpack. Yeah. I was looking at getting a Sutro, but it's also kind of small. So I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it's because you're using your E95S, got so you can see your ink level. I still couldn't see the ink level. Oh, yeah, that's true. You can't really tell what the ink level is. That's a problem. I don't really care so much about the smallness of the Sailor converter because a lot of their nibs are pretty small anyway. It's not a problem. I have to take it apart from time to time to grease the Sailor converters. Well, you got to do that, or yeah, otherwise the ink just comes out of it, which is dumb. Like every Schmidt converter I have, I still have because they don't fail. But Sailor can't make a converter to save their life. I mean, also, Michelle, I've got a bunch of Sailors. So if you've only got a couple of them, then you've got a pretty good chance of having a couple of good ones. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3. I mean, 3, 4. I've got 5 or 6 of them just within sight. So sometimes when you have a bunch of converters, you're going to like have a higher failure rate. But yeah, it is annoying. Yeah, I don't. Anyway. Sailor pins are good, otherwise it's worth to get one. Oh, yes. Yeah. If you're asking, is the Sailor pin good enough to justify the terrible converter? 100%. The Sailor converter is garbage, but the Sailor pins are awesome. I am a huge fan. Rubber gasket is small in the converter. Yeah, it probably is. My Sailor pins, yep. Good. I'm programming the list for the year just because it looks so nice. They are beautiful. A lot different from the M805, much smaller, for instance, but both are very good. I think the 1911 was my very first one. I have a transparent 1911, but my second Sailor was a Pro Gear, and I love that Pro Gear. So I have a bucket style backpack, takes up a lot of room to open up. Yep, yeah. Mark is real good at designing bags, I think. Yeah, well, the Millicolores are pretty cool. They're smaller, though. Those are extra small. They're the Pro Gear Mini. Or Pro Gear Small, I guess. I think it was Mini because they're so small. Audrey likes those. In fact, I bet there's some in here. Let's see. She really likes those. Yeah, she's got 4 Sailors right here. And this one, these are both actually Mini Pro Gears. This is the carrot pen, which looks like a carrot a little bit, and then on the nib, you have a carrot. How fun is that? Is this the same color as this? Nope. And then the other one is just a standard small Pro Gear. This is the pearly blue one that I got her. But yeah, the Japan exclusive ones like this carrot pen are really cool. And she recently got this one. This is an all yellow 1911, yellow with yellow gold. So yeah, we've definitely got a lot of sailors in the house here. So buy one, yeah, you can't. I mean, the other thing you can do with sailor pens is actually if you want to forego the aggravation of the converter altogether. And by the way, the sailor converters are not that expensive. It's the Aurora ones which are expensive. So here's actually what I do with Aurora pens. This is not officially sanctioned. Don't tell Carrie. But this is my nice Ypsilon. Inside the Ypsilon is a Lamy Z27 converter because it fits just fine. So, you know, you can use a Lamy converter and these guys are cheap. So, you know, I think you can also use maybe Parker or something also fits, but those are a little harder to find. What about the sailor nibs is so good? Is that negated by getting a grind? I don't know. I mean, if you get a good grind, it'll be fine. But I really like them. You should have asked me. I probably had a bunch of them with me the other week we saw each other, Brian. I have a bunch. I mean, the nibs are just great. They're just a really good nib. And getting a grind on them is fine too. But I actually generally, I'll get the larger ones. Like this one came with a broad nib. And the weird thing about Sailor 1911 nibs, especially the medium and broad ones, if you go smaller than that, it's not a problem. And I don't know if you can see it even. But if you look at the tipping, like beard contrast, no. If you look at the tipping there, it's actually kind of wedge shaped. It's a really weird shape. And so if it feels like your sailor is scratchy or it isn't writing the way you would like it to, and you have like a medium or a broad, maybe take it to somebody to have it altered just a little bit, because if you take off just like the tip of that wedge, it's kind of better, I think. At least for my hand. Favorite sailor nib? Either the broad or the music. Probably music, but I like them big. The medium is very good. Like my medium Pro Gear nib is fantastic. I don't like the medium 1911 as much as the Pro Gear, but medium Pro Gear is fantastic. Only tried with a Blade Turk Beam, and that was awesome. Yeah, so they're hard nibs. They're not springy, at least not most of them. It'll flex exactly once. But, well, Brian, at DCL, I'll probably have a whole raft of sailors with me. And so, yeah, definitely try some sailors. Yeah, the carrot pin is really cool. Audrey had been wanting one for a while, and so when we saw this one pop up, I think on Slack, we snagged it real quick. How about Nagasawa 1911? Yeah, those are very cool. That's the one that's like the black one, right? It's like a clear one with the ruthenium trim or whatever. Those are cool. Love you, Epsilon. Sorry to hear the converters are crap. Well, I mean, I've only got 2 converters and both are broken, so it's not great. But you know, it's the way it goes sometimes. I'm very disappointed in that. But yeah, the Epsilon's great. I really like the Epsilon. It's a good pen. Fine medium on your pink Millicor. Yeah, Audrey's. I think all of Audrey's are actually medium fine. Those are the ones. That's the one she likes the best. I tried the metallic purple. This one came up with the price you couldn't pass up. Yep, those are cool too. Clear with gold hardware from the Kobe shop. Oh, huh. I don't know if their special one was black, but that's cool. You show the carrot pin again? Oh, yeah, sure. You only get to see it because Audrey left her pin roll at home. I don't know if she meant to or not, but she left it at home. Here is the Sailor carrot pen. They also have an eggplant pen. You probably find it under aubergine. This is like dusty green and orange-ish anyway, coral body with gold hardware, and then the nib has a carrot on it. I forget where you get these. It was a Japan exclusive and they don't make them anymore, but you can find them online every once in a while. I think it's a really cool design for the nib, actually. Just plain, just a little bit of branding on the carrot. It's pretty dope. A picture of all your sailor pins on Instagram. Cool. Have the same name. Oh, it's not me. Is there a Brooks pin in there? No, she took that with her. Nope, she took that with her. Well, Brian, you could probably make one in a similar sort of way if you have like a green and an orange acrylic. Just make yourself one. Yeah, the carrot pen is very cool. Hey there, Laverty. You are a little bit late. I'll probably be signing off pretty soon. You'll fight for the carrot pen. Oh man, it's gonna be Sarah versus Sandra. You get a metal lathe so you can custom fit nib. Yeah, you have to have a metal lathe to fit random nib units like sailors. Is that because of the way they do the what do you call it? The thing where you cut the threads? Are they only made for metal lathes or something weird? Brian, Sarah, and Sandra are all gonna fight apparently. Y'all, I do not encourage violence. There are a lot of carrot pens out there. Keep your eyes open, you will find one. That's what we did. I mean, we waited probably 6 months or a year. But, you know. The arbitrary thread pitching late on the middle lathe. Huh. That's interesting. I did not know that. It's kind of weird you have to buy a whole nother thing. Sharp pointed needles. Now. Oh, I see. 10 out of 10 folks who eat carrots die. Fair enough. Yeah, that's worrisome because I've been snacking on baby carrots. Whoever makes the best carrot cake. I mean, carrot cake is gross. What is a carrot pen? Oh, man. All right, this is the last time I'm showing that carrot pen. But only because Laverty is a regular and he showed up late. Sorry to incite violence. But this is the Sailor Pro Gear. Looks like a mini Pro Gear carrot pen. Call it a carrot pen because it's red and green. And it's got this adorable carrot on the nib. Little carrot. Yep. So that's that. Is this a medium fine? Yeah, hard, medium, fine. It's tough to get anything bigger than a medium fine or a medium straight from these Japan shops because they just don't make that many of them. Carrot cake is gross. I don't like carrot cake. Triple start threads for your tap threads. $75 for the tap and $75 for the die. Yikes. Yikes. I have to work for a living to buy pens. I get it. That's what I do. Although, I mean, if y'all want to take note of these little addresses right here, patreon.com/inkdependence keeps this blog ad free. Or if you don't want to go through Patreon, straight up PayPal. I accept money. My wife makes a great zucchini cake. Oh, that's kind of weird. Yep, it's true. I've never had a Brazilian carrot cake. I think it's weird to put vegetables in a cake. So a carrot cake's already got an uphill battle for me because you're putting vegetables in a cake. Discord? I'm not even in Discord. There's nothing funny going on there because I'm not there. Open Discord. That didn't work.
Sorry about that. I didn't hear anything.
I can actually never find my Discord desktop app. So, yeah. Micah had says hates ads. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not currently on Discord. Yeah, I don't know. I can only keep up with so many social meets. And Discord is never one that makes the list. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just never on there. I forget to open it. I can never find the app. I mean, awesome. Zucchini bread is good. That's for sure. I'm okay with vegetables and bread. Like any cake and almost all pens. That's very nice. I also am Team Cake, but that's only because there isn't Team Cookie. Team Cookie is where it's at, but there is no Team Cookie. So Team Cake. Because cakes are just big fat cookies. Is it a Japanese exclusive? Yes, Laverty, it totally is. Man, if you make a hates ads hat, I will wear it to wherever the next pin show that Mike Hurley's coming to, and he will hate that. He will hate that. What the hell is this? I don't know what's going on. Some kind of thing. Now I'm trying to find a funny thing on Discord. I'm not saying it. There's no funny things. Maybe there are. I don't know. Oh, well. You can use cake mix to make cookies? No kidding, huh? Cake isn't a cookie, but okay. I don't know what the difference is. Seems like fine. Seems like it's fine. Maybe you put chocolate and loads of sugar along with the carrots. I don't know. Seems like why put the carrots in at that point? Are you just trying to make it sound healthy? I don't know. Friends of Jesse and Sarah, Team Pie. Look, I don't care. I don't know why we have to be divisive. Just all the things. Although, like, if I gotta be honest, I don't really like pie that much. I'm more of like if I'm gonna eat a pie, I'm probably gonna eat a like a cobbler, which is kind of like a pie. You don't make cookie cakes. We'll get on that because cookie cakes are where it's at. Just don't add the water to the mix. You can make cookies and they're good. Interesting. Interesting. Carrots add moisture? Yeah, but it also adds carrots. Like there seems like there's way more efficient ways to get moisture into a cake. The carrots didn't make it bright orange. Oh, Jesse, I'm not dead to you and you know it. Well. Anyhoozle. Tastes like those fluffy sugar cakes at the store. They don't call it cake cookies. Fair enough. Carrots have more sugar than zucchini. I mean, you can also just add sugar. I don't know. This all seems like a long way around the barn, you know? Like if I wanted something to be moist and sugar, you just add water and sugar, right? Of course, I'm not a baker. What color combo? I don't know. What kind of hat are you trying to make? I don't know. Not purple. That's all I care about. I roll out the rhubarb pin. We'll go down the rabbit hole. I don't know if there is a rhubarb pin. There definitely isn't an aubergine, but there might be a rhubarb. Tried many of the Krishna inks. I have tried exactly one of the Krishna inks. Make his hat orange, gray, and blue. Yeah, I mean, orange and gray is kind of Brad's thing. I don't know if are those BYOB colors. Yeah, Sandra doesn't hide veggies in her cakes and cookies. She hides booze and only barely hides it. Like, you know it's there. It's for a bussy hat. That's funny. That's funny. Anyway. Yeah, y'all need to get me on that BYOB one of these days. One of these days. I don't know if y'all saw what I posted on Instagram, but our fat cat was trying to help me with my tripod. It was wrestling the tripod, and Audrey just commented on this, which means it might be a little bit slow at the Arkansas Pin Show right at the moment. She just commented, "What a fat cat." She is pretty fat. She is a fat kitty. So, and purple hate also hates purple. Disillusion Ralph has the nature of baby carrots, why they're not actually babies. He's so sad. Aw. I mean, look, it's just a way to get like more carrots in your face at the same time, I guess. But you know what? I was actually sad when I found out that baby carrots weren't just tiny little carrots too. I really thought they were, but they're not. You don't cook frosting in the booze after the glaze cooks lost the tasty booze. So much booze. So many boozes. Baby carrots are a farce. I mean, they're good like finger foods. It means I don't have to chop them up, which is kind of nice. Fat cats equal more to hug. And this is a very huggable cat, if I'm honest. She might be the most huggable cat. Baby corns? Yeah, baby corn is weird because you eat the cob too. I don't know. It's very strange. Let's see if I can get Scraggles to come in here since she's been mentioned. Scraggles! Come on, Scraggs! I don't know where she is. She might be sleeping on the bed, which is on the other side of the house. There's a scraggly dog. She has grass on her face. Come here. Come on. Come here. Scraggles, come here. You want to jump up? Come on. No? You want to pick up? Okay, come here. Sometimes she likes to jump. Sometimes she doesn't like to jump. In case you don't know Scraggles, this is a scraggly dog. That is a grass on her face. Oh, gesundheit. Yeah, look at this grass off your face. She likes to go out in the... she was outside earlier, yeah. She likes to roll around in the grass. Yes. How are you doing? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You're a good little girl. Yes. People want you to come to a pen show with us. What do you think about that? Would you like to go? You would? Okay, cool. She would like to go. So, there you go. Anyway, this is our scraggly dog. She has a fancy new collar. Look at that. She is a spiffy dog. It says so right on the collar, so it can't be wrong. It's like this nice, lightweight, breathable yellow one. Baby carrots are turned on a lathe. Yeah, basically, that's kind of how they're made. Yep. Baby corn is the only corn that seems to actually be digested. Well, it doesn't really have a kernel, right? It's got like little bumps, but it's weird that it doesn't have kernels. What are you up to? You're sitting there all weird. What you sitting all weird for? Hi. Yes. Yep, she smells like she's been outside, so she must have been out there running around. She likes to go outside and run around in the yard, and sometimes she just likes to go outside and just like sit in the sun and lounge. Yep. Mostly today she's been sleepy. What happens to the rest of the carrot? Oh, they just make one carrot into a bunch of baby carrots. That's kind of how that works. Yeah. Oh, big dog yawn. Would you like to go for a walk? Oh, you would? Do you know the word walk? Do you want to go outside? Go for a walk? Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to take this little dog for a walk, is what I'm going to have to do. It's all, by the way, a beautiful day outside. It's 66 and clear, and I haven't been outside yet, really, so. She looked very smart wearing a purple collar. Get out, Brian. She doesn't have any purple collars. She usually actually have a pink collar on her because of her beard. Everybody thinks she is a boy dog, and so we put a pink collar on her to try to make people think that she is a girl dog through some, bullshit gendering of collars or whatever. But it didn't work. So we're like, well, we like it anyway because it's paisley, or not paisley. That one was plaid, or I think it was plaid. So we decided to get this yellow one, which actually, now that I look at it, has like little suns on it, or little flowers or something. But had to try to make people realize that she is a girl, a delicate lady dog. This one. So, just swapping some organic Studio James Joyce for St. Patrick's Day. Cool. 72 in Raleigh. Nice. And stupid windy. Yeah. It's actually really subscribing to the patriarchy. Look, I was just trying to, let her express herself because she doesn't wear any other clothes. So, she also doesn't care if you misidentify her gender. She just doesn't care. But, because she's a dog. But she just wants to be pet. She doesn't really care if you gender her or not. She does like to have a collar, though. I think when she doesn't have her collar on, she's sad and seems to really like having a collar. I have a cat who every once in a while, she'll take her collar off accidentally, and then she'll actually bring it to you to have you put it back on because she likes her jewelries. She thinks it makes her look fancy. She likes it. Scraggles likes this. Yeah. But we actually don't hook anything to her collar. Her collar is just there for decoration because she likes it. We have a harness for walking her because otherwise she pulls on it and it chokes her silly little dog neck, and that's no good. So we we put a harness on her. It was also real handy one day when she got jumped by another dog who's a little extra exuberant. I just yanked on the leash and it picked Scraggles up by her body because the harness is all around. So I just popped up into my arms and glared at the dog until it went away. But yep. Anywho, y'all, it is 5:30, so that means we have been going for an hour and a half and has been very fun. This little dog would like to have a walk. Would you like a walk? Oh, she would like a... Look at this. This is the face of a dog that wants to walk. Yes, and lick my beard. So, I'm going to take Scraggles for a walk. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me move this out of the way. Scraggles, want to come over here so people can see your silly dog face? Oh, let me turn you around. She's not a big fan of being held, but she's okay with laps. So anyway, see you next week. Yes, I will see you next week. Also, I've got a couple of videos I need to edit, so I will have ink reviews coming up very soon. And I will see y'all later. Thanks very much for hanging out, and peace out. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. drink responsibly if you're going to drink. Party hard if you're going to party. And I'll see y'all later. Peace out.